I understand the deliberate provocation because I agree. I think the Daily Mail wants to sell copies. It wants to get talked about. Job done. But when you say deliberately demeaning, what do you mean?
Well, I think it's undermining what they said. I mean, actually, what the interesting thing, and we're going to talk about it in a moment, is the impact of what's going to happen tomorrow, the next 2 years, on the union with Scotland, which is something that people care passionately about. But no, that's not on the front page. It's about their legs. And
I mean,
I'm afraid it follows a pattern of coverage of high-profile female personalities, if you like, both in politics and elsewhere, that they're covered for what they look like as opposed to what they're saying.
But what about the argument, just playing devil's advocate here, about the way that a lot of women journalists comment adversely about the way Boris Johnson looks when he goes jogging, showing his legs, or Donald Trump's hair or whatever? There seems to be one rule that applies to female politicians. You can't talk about how they dress or how they look. A very different rule when it comes to male politicians and how they look if they're on the beach, like David Cameron or Jeremy Corbyn, and how he looks when he goes cycling, etc.
I don't think any of that is acceptable. I mean, frankly, the then Prime Minister should be able to go to the beach. I mean, I would not want a picture taken of me on a beach, and I certainly wouldn't want it replicated in national newspapers. I don't think anyone else would want to see it either. So, I mean, I don't think any of that is right.